Hi HCG family, it's Mimi. I'm just checking in to let you know that I survived the first day of phase 3, which should be a time of celebration, but I was having a slight meltdown last night, and I don't normally do that, but I have a hard time letting go of HCG. I feel so good on it. I don't have headaches. I don't have ovary pain, and I don't have hot flashes. So my experience with HCG is really positive. And it's hard once I get in the groove of the very low calorie and that, and then I'm on a roll of getting up every day and feeling good. It's hard to let go of it, even though I know we have to. And even though my body was ready to go into phase 3 and it was wanting some proteins and some fats and some nuts and some, to be able to eat as many eggs as I wanted to, which I'm not a big egg eater, I already told you that. But anyway, it was rough last night, and I just want to make a super declaration of thank you and gratitude for JessiHcg for responding so quickly. I made that video, I think, pretty late. I don't know where she's at. But she responded and she said absolutely all the right things. I just want to say thank you, Jessie, for doing that, because it made a world of difference. It helped immensely. I don't usually tell anybody when I'm close to being in tears, and that's how I was last night. I was like ready to, to lose it. And apparently, the Lord just directed Jessie to get on there and to watch the vlog and to respond so quickly. And I'm tearing up just a little bit just thinking about it, because last night I was definitely having some issues, and I just want to thank you, and I appreciate you doing that. And it just meant the world to me. It's just the right time, because that was not too long before I was going to go to bed, and I was getting ready to turn off the computer, and I made that, and I waited for a little bit, and then I just checked to see if anybody responded, and you had, and I was just so thankful that you did. So, believe it or not, I was like, I read what you said, and I'm like, this is not the end of the world. This is not the end of the world. I have done a phase 3 before, successfully, I might add. I didn't do a phase 4 per se and then go back on and do another round. I wish I would have, but I didn't. I wouldn't have been probably prepared or at the place where I am now to say, this year is it. I'm not going to stop until I have reached whatever goal my body says. And so, but anyway, I just wanted to say thank you. And also, too, I got up today and I had a cup of coffee, and my daughter was going to come over, and I was going to take her to the dentist. She lives in another state, so I was going to take her to the dentist, and we wound up having to go pick her up. She had a flat tire, and so dropped her dad back off. We went to the dentist, and in my mind, because we were running late, I thought, I'm going to run in the house, I'm going to get me some water, and I'm going to get me like a little snack bag of nuts, because I was want to listen to my hunger. Well, we didn't have time. So we left. I wasn't hungry, because I had a cup of coffee with, I had actually a cup and a half of coffee and had, excuse me, whipping cream in it. And anyway, we did that, and then we went to GameStop after the dentist. We went to GameStop, and then we went to Payless. And then Buffalo Wild Dreams is right next door, and it was getting late. By this time, it's about 2:30, and I'm like, she had said something about being a little bit hungry, and I thought, well, I could go back home, but I really don't have any, anything thawed out, and I said, well, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Now, my husband just had some Saturday. He ate some wings and some onion rings, and I was good with that because I told him, I said, you get a hankering for that? I said, go ahead and eat it. You can't worry about, I'm not going to sit there and stare at you and like, oh my gosh, I want those. Those look so good. I can't believe you're eating them. I said, I don't want that. This, what it does, it gets me where I focus on what I have to make, and then, it's a day I don't have to, to cook. And, so anyway, we went in there and we sat down, and I'm looking at the menu, and of course I know, because it's like, it was almost like for a while there, every Saturday we were getting chicken wings and onion rings to go, and my husband would go down and get them, and we'd come home and sit in front of the TV and hopefully watch, American Pickers or something decent on television, if there is such a thing. But anyway, so I open up the menu and I see, where you can order 6 wings, 12 wings, 18 wings, I think 24 wings, and then you can go 50, And I immediately, I see the 6, and then I immediately skip to the 12 wings, and I'm like, yeah, 12 wings. Like, okay, 12 wings, there's not much meat on them. I get the flats anyway, so I just get the 12 wings. And I'm like, you cannot have 12 wings. That's ridiculous. You can't eat, even when we get the wings out, when we get them, there's no way I can eat 12 wings. So it's like I'm already having this stupid discussion in my head this whole time looking at the menu. And I thought, well, I was going to have a salad, but they don't have really, I've never had one of their salads, but anyway, I thought, no, I know I can have the chicken wings and the flats. And so anyway, I ordered the 6 and some celery, and I did the blue cheese, and I had some water. And I ate that and was full. I actually stopped eating. I think I had 4 of them, and I just kind of stopped for a while because, of course, I was eating some celery too and dipping it into the blue cheese, but just kind of waiting and trying to pay attention to, I thought, okay, just because I ordered 6 doesn't mean I have to even eat the 6 if I don't need to. So I was trying to have this conversation in my head. So I ate 4, and I already ate some of the celery. They probably gave you about 5 short celery sticks. You know how they give you there. And so I finished them. I ate that, and I felt full, and that's been 3 hours ago. I still feel full. So I thought, okay, I can do this. I can do this. And I'm not hungry yet. I don't know if I will be. That was the only meal I had. I don't know if I will be. What I don't understand is that the first time that I went on HCG and then went into phase 3, we were taught, and going through the Yahoo HCG dieters, it's like you got to eat, get your fats in, you got to get your proteins in, eat your fats, eat your proteins, or you won't stabilize. You got to eat this food. So this time, how, Robin teaches us about, you don't need to weigh yourself. Listen to your body and pay attention to the hunger scale. So in my brain, I don't know how to figure that out working. It's just pay attention to your body. So Jessie touched on it too when she made her comment to me last night. And she's not doing the scale, and hadn't been doing it. I think she just came out of, has gone back into phase 2, I believe. but she wasn't doing the scale in phase 3, and just let where her body was going to, where it was going to be, it's going to be. And that was the thing. If you're eating the phase 3 foods and no sugars and starches, then you should stabilize. You might not stabilize in the 2 pounds. You might stabilize in a 3 pound over, a 3 pound under, or whatever. So I understand that concept. I just don't understand how I was able to maintain without one correction and was eating the fats and the extra proteins. So it's a little bit hard for me to get my head wrapped around. I'm sure there's a science behind it, but anyway, I ate those chicken wings. Tonight, I'm thinking if I get hungry again, or if I feel a little bit hungry, I might eat some nuts, and that's it. And I might have another cup of coffee with some whipping cream in it, and that's about it. So I'm just not going to fret about it. I don't know about the scale, because I want, I want everything to reset properly. I had it drilled in my head how important phase 3 was. And there's more to it than just being able to just pig out on all the foods, all the protein and all the fats. So I don't want to do that. That's for sure. And I don't want to sit and just eat food for the sake of eating it. I think, people are talking about 1,600 calories in and, and all that kind of stuff. I never did count calories, but I just ate Atkins induction foods because I'd done Atkins before and lost a substantial amount of weight on it. And I also, too, stayed in ketosis. So I didn't think anything about ketosis in phase 2. Never even thought about being in ketosis, but I was, because I thought, well, maybe I'll check. People were talking about it, and I think Robin said that that's not important about being in ketosis, but it was to Dr. Atkins. And so I don't know why you wouldn't be in ketosis in phase 3 if you're staying away from the sugars and the starch. And plus fruits. When I did phase 3 the last time and stabilized, I had no fruit. I did not do strawberries or apples or oranges or grapefruits. I only did strawberries and apples because the protocol that I had read the first time when I was researching, it only stated that I can remember strawberries and apples. So I might have just overlooked it or whatever, but I know that those two have less sugar in them than the oranges and grapefruit, so, or at least the oranges for sure. So anyway, that's where I am. First day, 6 chicken wings, some celery sticks, and a cup of coffee and some water. And I haven't debated on whether I'm going to weigh tomorrow or not. I'll have to come to that when I get there. So there again, thank you so much, Jessie, for being Jessie on the spot, for Mimi, for Holly, in my desperate need, and for everyone else that commented. I really appreciate it. Good people out there. Yes, there is. There are good people. And thank you so much. And I'm just totally relieved. I'm going to miss HCG for my 6 weeks. But 6 weeks, bada bing. I've already talked to my family about my birthday. My birthday is in April, so I should be well into phase 2 and back on HCG. So I was already talking about pushing the birthday celebrations in sometime in March, either the last weekend in March or the weekend before that in March. And I'm debating too about doing 3 load days or just 2. I forget about food when I start taking HCG when you're supposed to load, because my hunger disappears immediately. So I will like make plans to eat dinner and what I'm going to eat for dinner big, but to continually eat. I actually lost a pound. My first day I loaded, then I weighed and I lost a pound. And then the next day I loaded and I think I gained a pound. I gained a pound. And, you know, when I started the very low calorie, I was ready for it and I did not have any hungers. The only thing I had when I woke up, I wasn't hungry, is I was thinking about all of the load food that I should have ate, and now I can't. You know, it was like now I'm wanting to eat the stuff, but I wasn't hungry. So I didn't suffer with any hunger. I mean, it was awesome. I wasn't hungry. And I enjoyed that empty feeling because I enjoyed that my stomach had swollen. It's like I was 6 months pregnant. I mean, it's just I couldn't hardly breathe. So I was so relieved for just, it's like somebody pops a balloon in my stomach and it just, you know, it goes out and I can breathe. So that alone is such a wonderful, euphoric feeling that I'm just not in a desperate wanting to eat a bunch of food, wanting to feel like I'm starving because I'm enjoying that nice empty feeling. So, and I'm looking forward to that. I think that was another thing too. I was really more in tune this phase two because of Robin and watching her videos, that I was more in tune than I was the last time, even though I did very well the last time. And that was like a couple years ago. That's why I'm just counting this one my round one. But more so with the hunger situation and paying attention to my body. And that's probably why there was a little bit of a panic in phase three. Now that you have more foods you can have and how to maintain at the same time, when now if I'm not eating as much that I did the other phase three, that I was eating a lot of, you know, fats and proteins and maintained, how can I not eat that much and still maintain? That's my dilemma. So anyway, I've rambled on enough. There again, thank you, Jessie. Thank you everybody that responded, and I just appreciate you all so much. You truly are just a wonderful bunch of people that you know, that take the time to watch your crazy ladies vlogs and make your comments. I appreciate it so much. A big hug. Love you guys.